When a soft green mat of chickweed spreads across a garden bed in the dead of winter, the traditional instinct is to grab a hoe. We are taught to clear the ground, rip it out, and restore the soil to a state of clean, bare dirt. But the physics of the rainy season tell a different story. When a heavy raindrop strikes exposed dirt at terminal velocity, it's a tiny, destructive explosion. It shatters the soil structure. A perfectly manicured dirt bed is completely unarmored. Without a root system to hold the surface together, the battered earth quickly compacts into a tight crust, blocking moisture and sending precious water running off into the pathways. A garden stripped of winter growth is exposed and vulnerable. It is a bleeding landscape, actively losing topsoil and waiting for an emergency responder to stabilize the damage. Chickweed seeds rarely blow in randomly on the wind. They can lie completely dormant in the dark, cool earth for up to 25 years, waiting. The sheer act of tilling a bed provides the exact signal they need. The blade flashes, exposing the buried seeds to a microsecond of light and oxygen. They wake up immediately. In the absolute coldest, wettest months of the year, precisely when the soil is most vulnerable to erosion, chickweed throws down a rapid, succulent green blanket across the dirt. Ecologists refer to plants with this specific, long-dormant behavior as system memory species. They carry a generational record of the landscape, waiting decades for the specific environmental cue that the earth needs covering. Chickweed originates from within. The soil deploys it as an automatic biological immune response to human disturbance. While most of the garden is entirely dormant, chickweed actively photosynthesizes at 0 degrees Celsius. It pulls solar energy out of the weakest winter light. Compare deep taproots to chickweed's design, a dense network spanning just the top 15 centimeters. This shallow web acts like a living gauze. It physically catches soil crumbs, holding them in place and preventing winter rains from washing topsoil away. Above ground, the thick canopy intercepts the kinetic energy of the rain. The water hits the soft leaves first, trickling down gently and promoting deep infiltration rather than surface runoff. Shallow roots are a highly evolved biological design, engineered specifically for surface hydrology and topsoil stability. Biology always carries a cost. The same dense, humid canopy that perfectly protects the soil also creates a highly effective shelter for aphids, thrips, and carryover plant diseases. Navigating an agricultural system means managing these trade-offs. A plant can be both a crucial soil protector and an inconvenient pest bridge simultaneously. Indigenous traditions, like those of the Iroquois, along with generations of folk farmers, solved this ecological tension by cycling the plant through livestock. Chickweed boasts a crude protein content of 20 to 25%. It arrives as precision seasonal forage at the exact moment in the calendar when standard pasture grasses are thin, dead, or dormant. Left completely unchecked, the canopy breeds risk. Managed with intention and fed to a flock of poultry, that massive volume of unwanted weed biomass converts directly into high-value protein. As the seasons turn and soil temperatures push past 30 degrees Celsius, chickweed naturally terminates. The heat kills it. You don't have to pull it, and you certainly don't need to spray it. The soft, watery stems collapse into the dirt. They decompose rapidly, acting as an immediate injection of green manure, fueling local earthworms and microbial life. This visualization shows its mineral ash composition. Chickweed pulls massive concentrations of potassium, calcium, and iron from the topsoil. As it decays, these exact bioavailable nutrients release straight back into the root zone, exactly when newly planted summer crops need them most. The plant does its job and leaves. The topsoil is left richer, heavily protected through the harsh winter, and fully primed for the next rotation. Because of how it operates, the arrival of chickweed offers the attentive gardener a free diagnostic tool. This specific plant demands very specific conditions. It thrives in fertile, moist, non-extreme soils packed with high organic matter. If you see a thick, aggressive mat of chickweed spreading across your beds, it is an absolute signal that your underlying soil is already in excellent health, merely responding to a recent physical disturbance. Treating this plant as an ally requires a different currency. You stop paying in the brute force labor of eradication, and you start paying in attention, timing, and harvest. You cross the threshold, you put down the hoe, you step back from the bare dirt, and you finally learn to read the landscape.